is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Don Garvey here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm going to go into the kit of Captain Cold. I'm honest, I've not focused, but I've tried to use him a bit here and there, and honestly, I'm not finding a place for him, but I think it's just because I am doing it wrong, quite frankly. Like, I've just kind of thrown him in and not really done much with him. I think he has the potential to be really good in the mid game, in early game. I'm not so sure he's end game viable. I mean, like, he's end game viable. I think you can use him in the end game, but there's going for certain situations, put it like that. So before we get into any of that, I drop these Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Also, look below. There should be a poll, but there should be a poll for who you think are top 10. So there's going to be a list of 20 plus. Because I made a couple of errors in the whole pool voting thing in the first place, I added a couple on the back end just because everybody knows Black Flash should be in the top 20. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. You get a chance to vote on 10. You are telling me who you think are the top 10 tunes in DC Legends. That is what that one link down below is. The other link is for you to submit questions for Riddle Me This. I'm going to do a video with Dr. Zabaro where we're going to go over your questions and debate. All my day ones know about Riddle Me This and what that video series was. It's just you ask your question, and I don't want to be the sole person to give the answer in this scenario, in this series. So Dr. Zabaro and I are going to debate what the answer is. So even if you've already asked the question before and I just didn't get a chance to get to it, please click on that link. It's a little Google form. It's just gonna ask for your name. Hell, put a fake name if you want to, and then you just type in your question, and that'll help us out a great deal with organizing the questions that we're going to go over on our episode of Riddle Me This. Other than that, that is it. Oh, also, if you're looking for an alliance or you want to join my Discord, but there is an alliance link below. I've just been adding that lately just so that, because there's a lot of people looking for alliances. So you guys form up. If you're desperate enough to watch my videos, then you must really love this game. So definitely link up, find each other, create an alliance. That is what kept me in the game. Now, into the kit. Well, first of all, I will say this. His normal skin, which I do remember, is garbage to me. I don't like it. This legendary skin, I think is actually really, really boss. It reminds me of like one of those, I can't remember his name, but he was a G.I. Joe. And anybody, he was a G.I. Joe, that's all I remember from him. But he looks very similar to this. Well, he was like in the Arctic or whatever. Anyway, beside the point, I love the legendary skin. And I want that, I don't know what it is, Old Man Captain Cold or whatever. I do want that skin. I'm really wanting that skin. But in any case, let's go ahead and get into the kit. So, Cold Shot. Special damage to an enemy. Minus 35% turn meter. Did I ring that all the way out? Nope. Plus 10% damage, which would be worth it, honestly. How many rings do I have? I got 32 rings, so I'll think on that. 15% chance to stun a target per speed down on the target. He does put down a lot of speed downs, but then you immediately think of who you could put him with those speed downs. I'm looking at Terra. I'm looking at Mr. Freeze, which, Clayface as a taunter would be great to go along with him. Any characters that give speed downs. So then next is Slip and Slide. Apply 2 speed downs and minus 66, and I think that goes to like 75. So there's another 470, and then there's a 74, 70, 80%. That's 12, no, that can't be it. So that's 12 plus 66 would be 78. Am I off on all these numbers? It feels like I've just been doing math wrong because I keep weird numbers like 78. But I seem to remember 78% plus 1 speed down. So it'd be 3 speed downs, 78% turn meter down to an enemy. Remove 1 buff per speed down on the target. Then you go into Slip and Slide. Special damage to an enemy. Let me go ahead and do this, get myself out of the way. Special damage to an enemy. To all enemies. Purge 4 buffs from each enemy. Apply 1 speed down per buff purged. Which means maybe you should open up with the A3, then go A2, then go A1 in terms of just, not legendary order, but in terms of play. Then you'll have Sweeping Blast. Passive ability, 78, and I think that brings out to 100. We're going to do the math. Yep, that's actually 100. It's not like 102 or something. 78 or 100% chance to apply 1 speed down to random enemy at the end of Captain Cold's turn. I'm not really putting many rings into that because 1 speed down is nice. And I will add more, don't get it twisted, but I might take it to like level 6 or something. I'm not putting a whole lot of rings into it because it's only one speed down. Is there more? Yeah, and that's all that increases is the chance of giving one speed down at the end of his turn. Legendary point also apply one extra cooldown to the second ability of the random enemy. I mean, I think that's a good ability. The fact that it's random and that I can't really control it is just not. It doesn't. If it was doing it to all enemies or like a primary enemy, then I would see it. But with random, I just don't like the fact that I can't control it, so I'm not really interested in that ability as much. Then you have loyalty among rogues, team leader ability, 70% chance to use cold shot, 75% when ranked out on an enemy that damages Captain Cold or an ally. Equal chance that an ally uses their basic on any enemy that damages Captain Cold, which I think is incredible. And in fact, this is where I'm going to put the next 8 rings. Go ahead and ring that out. Let's look at Winter is here. That's only 5 damage. Let me go ahead and get back up here. That's only like 5 damage. I'm not giving 8 rings for 5 damage on that. I do want to add more rings to the A2, but I'm going to go ahead and get this 10% on the damage for the A1. That's a good look. And then slip and slide. I mean, let's do it for the vid. I'm going to go ahead and just put whatever. And just ring this all the way until I'm out of rings, basically. So I got it up to the penultimate level. All right, so, which looks like he should then be able to perform much better. It is 78%. That's weird. All right, so let's go ahead and take him into PvP. Never let your PvP energy be this high. Do as I say, not as I do. Also, I got to be real. There is, in the shop, I am such an advocate against buying packs, and I only do it in like super special situations. I think I've done it like 3 or 4 times in the last year. Last 2 years, I should say. I remember when I bought the Kaga pack, and that was like 2 years ago. Red Hood, 160 frags, 8K. Terrible gem to frag ratio. But if I buy that pack, then I can take my Red Hood RB1. That is what's sitting on my mind. What should I do, guys? You tell me. Should I buy that Red Hood pack, take my Red Hood to RB1? Because I do love me some Red Hood. All right, so let's go ahead and get into battle. So the problem with Captain Cold is that a lot of his kit is based on putting down speed downs, which means that, oh, I could do something weird with that. I'll come back to that one later. Which means that having a team that has debuff immunity, or like for example Green Lantern teams, I can't even start. I can't even like begin to bring him in unless I'm going to purge those first. But then that just seems like I'm building up too much work for myself. Like this one could work. Let's go to my slot 5. We'll open my slot. I'm going to put him in as the lead just so we have that extra chance to attack. Let's go ahead and remove all this stuff. Where are you, Captain Cold? And I kind of want to put Mr. Freeze in because I think Mr. Freeze would be good with him. And I kind of also want to put in Clayface. I think this is going to be a bunch of villains, dude. And then, tempted to put in Wally West. It's going to be an all energy team with Spectre on the other side. That does not seem like a good idea. Who should I put? Jay Garrick? I don't use Jay Garrick enough to know his kit well enough to whether I should put him in here. Chemo. Okay, let's put in Chemo. Let's get weird. Because Chemo puts speed downs as well. He's a taunter, just like Clayface. I literally have 3 taunters that do speed downs already, and they're probably going to get enraged. Oh, of course. So many problems. Anyway, so this is going to be a very heavy speed down, debuff, energy-based team. Oh, and of course, thank you, WB, for putting the wrong team out. Y'all suck. Do I have to rebuild all that again? How many bugs do you guys have running around in this game right now? I'm sorry, I don't want to be negative. It has been a long work week, but how many bugs y'all got? Didn't y'all just do this thing in December where you're trying to fix all the bugs in individual tunes and now the game itself isn't stable? Like, bro. Y'all still haven't fixed that Superman bug yet. We're sitting in 2022. And now I gotta retry because as you guys might be able to tell, I'm not traveling. It's not like I don't have a stable internet connection at home. So, I mean, there goes that. And then I lose my PvP energy and I lose probably the points as well. just because of what y'all do. Now, if this was like, because this is Captain Cole's week, I'm not really too worried about it because I have a bunch of Captain Cole frags. But if this was I don't even know who I was going against. But if this was like for Red Hood, for example, I would be livid right now because now you're costing me the chance to get a tune that I really, really want. Like, I don't know. Was this it? I think this was it. And that whole team got kicked out, so I got to rebuild the whole team again. That's not obnoxious or annoying at all. Thankfully, they were all energy-based villains, and I was destined to lose anyway. But still, though, not a fan. Let's see if we can do this again. Anyway, all right. Sorry for the rant. I'm trying not to be negative. New Year's resolution, which it isn't a resolution because I don't say they're resolutions. I just say this is what I'm going to work on, and I don't want to put pressure on myself because whenever I do that, it doesn't come true. But this YouTube channel right here, was my New Year's non-resolution last year. So I stuck with it. Hey. And now my goal for the year, I had a podcast that I started last. We haven't even had a chance to go yet. I had a podcast that I started last year, completely different topic. It was basically bedtime stories for those who try to go to sleep. And it got some love. Wow, that was not even worth doing. It got some love, but I haven't really focused on it the way I should. And this year, now that I have the YouTube channel in the format that I want, and I'm continuing to develop, and get better, now I'm going to focus on the podcast. And then if that podcast go well, then maybe I'll do a DC Legends podcast. Who knows? But I'm going to focus on that one first. Actually, what I should be focused on is why I did such a bad job in that last match. First thing is that was a Martian Manhunter team, which put the turn meter up. Let's get weird and try this team as well. I'm gonna do just a couple weird ones because like right now I'm just trying to, I don't know, I'm trying to find a place for Captain Cold. I think like I love turn meter manipulation. I love the speed downs now. I'm more of a fan of speed downs now, thanks to Riddler and debuffing. Actually, now I'm more of a fan of speed downs. But oof. See, there's those speed downs that we love to see. I am more of a fan of them now. So let's just be real about that. But or I'm more of a fan of debuffing now, thanks to Riddler. But oof, should I just go ahead and try to take out Azrael with the A2 from? Because nobody else is going to get a chance to go. So let's do that. Bet the Spectre's going to go off, isn't it? Let's see what happens. But anyway, so I have been trying to work with debuffs and stuff like that more and more. Should I taunt? He's going to come at me with his... let's go ahead and just put more speed downs on. I've been using debuffs more. I've been trying to use debuffs more. But it is hard to do debuffing when Terra exists, when Green Lantern exists. Not that... I mean, it's just a lot of those teams running around at the moment. And so it's hard to really get a gauge. But they're kind of, like right now, I shouldn't say it, but right now they're holding up well. They got Azra out of the paint real fast. This team that we're going against now is getting slowed down a lot. Let's keep slowing Superman down. The plus side about like all the speed downs is that you wait for Superman to purge, and there's going to be one issue that I'm going to see here. You wait for Superman to purge those buffs, because he's going to, or debuffs, he's going to purge everything. However, if he is slowed down so much, he's never going to get to his turn. So then the problem becomes was removing all that depth immunity and stuff. But, I mean, if you slow him down with all these speed downs, then you effectively keep him from purging all the debuffs. So let's keep going. But then you have to find a solution, like a Spectre, I guess, maybe the Saint Walker Wonder Girl, to purge his buffs, so that way you're not sitting here for hours like I'm about to get ready to do. Because I mean, Clayface purges debuffs on his A1. Look at all that turn meter reduction. Clayface does like strip buffs on his A1, and we would have to slow them down a lot to make that effective. But they haven't had a turn yet since I got this thing going, since I got this thing popped off. So, I mean, let's go through. I'm going to look at his abilities one by one again, but they have so many speed downs on. So it's A1, special damage to an enemy, 35% turn meter, minus 35% turn meter, 15% chance to stun per speed down on target. So I'll just stun Bardo right here. That's it. And then here on Mr. Freeze, we're going to toss that out. He's going to use his... Oh, no, he didn't use his A1. I thought he would. And then what we're going to do is taunt with Clayface to protect us from the people who aren't attacking us because they can't attack. And then special damage to an enemy gain 2 mins if target is bleeding. Apply disease if target is bleeding. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. This one, apply 3 speed downs. Minus 74% turn meter to an enemy. Anyone up there close, maybe Spectre. Remove buff from target per speed down on target. That's the purging one. Remove 1 buff from target per speed down on target. And it says max 6 or something, right? Oh no. It just says remove them. Let me see. Yo! That might be boss right there. That might be boss right there. Let's give him some more HP. That might be boss right there. On the A2. That might be it. That might be it. I like that. Now, the more I think about, like, I mean, granted, it's still in the scenarios of those debuff teams that you cannot do anything with, but now, like, there's better leads in the game, but based on that ability, which the more I think about it, it is if somebody gets attacked, his leadership ability, sorry, just to be clear, his leadership ability, if somebody else gets attacked, but now that I think about it, we've sat here and done nothing but reduce their turn meter and add speed downs to them. I don't think they're gonna get a chance to attack us. Like, I don't think they're gonna get a chance to do anything about it. He just removed all the he just removed the taunt from Soups, so now the only person we can hit is Barda. But we can still reduce their turn meter and slow them down using Chemo's A3. So let's go ahead and taunt up. Okay, we'll hit that again. Go ahead and do this. Add more speed downs. Like, this is gonna take a while. Definitely gonna take a while. And I think I'm kind of liking it though, because what I used to do with teams before is either, I would call it either stun lock, or not that I would call it like I invented something that nobody else thought of, but I would like to either stun lock a team where it's just basically, I'm gonna stun all you guys and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're just gonna die. Like, you don't have a chance. And you're gonna sit there and just take it. Or I would do turn meter lock. Well, stun lock was with like Hawk Girl and Killer Frost, just to be clear about it. Or I would do a turn meter lock. Of course, you put like back in the day before Black Flash existed, you would put Kaga in. You would put all those. Oh my goodness, he might be better off lead. You would put Kaga in. You would put oh my god, I can't even remember our turn meter manipulation team. Oh, Red Hood, like that. Wally West, and so you would like basically turn meter lock the other team to where they wouldn't have a chance to go and just keep going and taking them out one by one. Black Flashes, of course, was the next evolution in that. And then now, I mean, this is a different way to lock them up. See, I can't use them here though. Terra. I would love to remove her buffs, but I can't remove her buffs because she has debuff immunity. So let's do one last battle. We'll call it a video. Let's see, is this Martian Manhunter? All right, so we don't have any buffers here. I mean, I kind of like the team I was using. Is this not the team I went against before? Let's give it a shot. Spectre wasn't a factor. Spectre wasn't a factor at all. Like, we slowed him down, then we stunned him, and then he never got a turn because we kept reducing that turn meter. And if you don't have Aquaman there, I mean, granted, I guess Black Flash you can do that with as well, but if you don't have Aquaman there, and maybe I should try Captain Cold off lead next time. I won't do it in this video. Maybe that'll be for the Patreon. But, yeah. If there's no consequence to the turn meter, or you can control it individually as Captain Cold can or does, then you can kind of avoid getting hurt by Aquaman. So now I'm able to use Chemo to slow him down. I'm able to use Mr. Freeze to slow him down. I'm able to use Captain Cold to reduce the turn meter selectively when I want. Put all those speed downs on him. Like, this is, I did it accidentally, and I'm not trying to be, this is a well-made team, and I didn't expect it to be such. I thought I was just messing around and that, you know, I was going to end up losing immediately, and, you know, then we move on to the next, like I always do. I did not think it was actually going to be successful. I was just having fun. Maybe this speaks to how good Captain. Oh no, 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 Inspector. Oh, don't do it to Inspector. Don't do it to. Can I reduce your turn meter? Just a little bit. Let me reduce your turn meter a little bit more. All right, don't do something. Don't do anything to me. Don't do anything to me. I'm trying to keep you down, bruh. And now he's stunned as well. With all those debuffs, he's gonna purge 2 of them. Too bad he's got like 100. Okay. Whew, Spectre scared me there for a minute, bro. Oh. All right, let's just go ahead and keep it Inspector because he's gonna be the difficult one. We're gonna give him as many bleeds as we possibly can. Hey, sweet, come here. Okay. That's my daughter. I don't know if you heard what she said, but she's got to use the potty. All right, so now let's go ahead and keep doing this. I mean, why not? Oh no, that's why not. That would be why not. That is why not. That is why you don't. Because Arcus is still a beast. So we're gonna have to stun Arcus somehow. I guess with the A1 you can stun. You have 15% chance per speed down. There's a lot of speed downs. Please forgive the toilet from my daughter. Come here, sweet. Where my kiss at? Say hello.
Hello.
Give me a kiss. All right, go. So, all right. So now, I mean, we'll be done. But that's basically what happened. We just locked them up. They couldn't do anything. I mean, this is cool. I kind of like them, or at least this setup. I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical. I mean, I can't use it all the time because of the debuff community and how much it's running around in the game and everything. But I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, she's looking for her bubble tea. Her bubble tea is here. So funny story. My daughter, this little lady right here, she recommended that we get bubble tea. So we went to near Zurich Hopfenhof. She led the way, right. And I had my first bubble tea because she was like, you know, Daddy, you have to have bubble tea. So I had my first bubble tea thanks to my 5-year-old, who's actually, that makes me feel so old, but I like it, right? High fives. See you in a little bit. All right, because we're going to wrap up here. So we're going to go ahead and put an end to Spectre. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Hey, sweet. And I'll see you guys next time.